Okay, next take a look at example number 3. This from the same notes. Again, you have a question to write down the equation of the line. So we are going to write down y equals to mx plus c because that's the lesson for today. This is the equation of the line, and we are going to find the gradient and the y-intercept to replace it by a number. So in the previous lessons that we have, we know how to find the gradient, the value of m. So the formula for gradient is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So we already know how to calculate this value, so we can actually label this as x1 y1 for point A and x2 y2 for point B. So when we substitute into the gradient formula, we have 4 minus 3, so this is y2 4 and y1 3, so y2 minus y1 is 4 minus 3 over x2, which is 2 here, minus 1. So this gives a value of 1 over 1, which is 1. So we have a value of m equals to 1, which can be replaced later here. So how do we get the value of c? We can replace the m equals to 1 into the equation first. So you have y equals to 1x plus c. So again, this can be simplified to y equals to x plus c. So now that 1 has been replaced, or m has been replaced by a number, we need the last number c. So based on example number 2, we can actually find c using one of the points. So I will usually find the points that is smaller or better. So I find that 1, 3 here is smaller with 2, 4, but you can actually use any point. And I'm going to substitute the values that I have from point A. So for point A, the x equals to 1 and y equals to 3. So I will substitute x equals to 1, y equals to 3 into y equals to x plus c. So y equals to x plus c becomes 3, so y equals to 3, and then x equals to 1, and I can find the value of c in this case. So my value of c will be equals to 2. So because I have a value of c now, my final answer for the equation of the line will be y equals to x plus 2. Okay, so next we can do similar methods with the second question here, or the second second part, but let's go through one of the questions from here because it has a negative sign. So I will do C, and you can do the rest later after this lesson. So for part C here, again we have to find the equation of the line. So y equals to mx plus c, and we can find the value of m being the gradient. So m will be y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So this comes from the previous lessons that we have in school. So I'm going to label the first point here as x1 y1 and x2 y2 for the second point. So when I substitute y2, we have 5, y1 we have negative 3. So 5 minus negative 3, and we have x2 which is 1 and x1 which is negative 1. So 1 minus negative 1. So the value can be simplified. We have 5 plus 3 and 1 plus 1. So that is 8 over 2, and we have a value of m equals to 4. So from here, our y equals to mx plus c, we can replace m equals to 4 here. So we have y equals to 4x plus c. Okay, so our last goal here is to find the value of c and get the final answer. So again, we can use one of the points to substitute into this equation to get the value of c. So I would choose the point 1, 5 here. So I will substitute x equals to 1 because that's the x coordinate, and y equals to 5 into this y equals to 4x plus c. So y equals to 4x plus c becomes 5 equals to 4 times 1 plus c. Okay, so the y is 5 and the x is 1. So that will give me a value of c, and c is equals to 5 minus 4. So we have a value of c equals to 1. So now that we have c equals to 1, we can replace this c by 1. So our final answer will be y equals to 4x plus 1.